Hey Shelby, how you doing? This is really it's nicely designed, very, very nicely designed. I like the continuation that you've used. This little typographic composition right here is just fantastic. I love it. I like the continuation you used by continuing this typeface here down into the subhead. Very, very smart idea. That's a solid move right there. Design in everyday life. Right now, it looks like this type looks like it was stretched. It looks like it's been stretched uh, um, vertically without constraining the horizontal proportion. That's why that eye looks so tall. If that has happened, that's something you never, ever want to do in any design whatsoever. You don't ever want to change the vertical scale of something without constraining the horizontal scale. That includes type as well as images. This typographic composition is gorgeous. I love it. I love the fact that you're experimenting with this. This arrow right here is too heavy. It almost separates this typographic composition, almost making this look like two different pieces. I would get rid of the arrow. I mean, if you want to, you might be able to continue that yellow line right there, those yellow lines. I don't think you need any. Try it, see how you feel, see how it feels, see what you like. All right, the message behind the poster I think is pretty clear, very clear. But a couple of things I want to mention in terms of the requirements, and then I want to talk a little bit about the design itself and where we can improve. So I want to keep this visible. So I'll just put it right there while we look at the requirements. Okay, so this assignment, it requires 5 images to be included. Okay, so well, let's count them up. The selected object must be the dominant image. That's the glasses. Right now, are the glasses the dominant image here, right here? Are they? Take a look at this. Is this dominant right here, or is this giving this competition? I mean, right now it's a little bit difficult exactly what image you want the viewer to look at first. Do you want us to look here, or do you want us to look here? And that I think might just be the simple matter of scale. This might be a little too big. I think placement's okay. I just think it's a little too big. Because right now, I think if you were to reduce the size of that, it would really help the viewer understand it. This is the focal point right here in terms of image. Okay, so let's count the images, as I said. So you got the dominant image, that's one. Then you have a poster must include an image of the object in use. Okay, that's 2. Then we have 3, an image that results from the use of the object. That's 3. Then we have a poster must include 2 components from your selected object. That's 4 and 5. Okay, so that's 5 images. Right now I'm only seeing 2 images. So you'll have to try to figure out how to work those in there. I know that it's going to be difficult if you choose glasses as your object, and one of the requirements is to show the end result of using the object. I'm not real sure how you're going to show that. Think about that. How do you show the result of using glasses? Obviously, the result of using glasses is clear vision, but how do you depict that pictorially in message making? That's going to be an issue, okay? So then you have your paragraph. That's great. All right, so my thing is this. Okay, so you're good because you've got your asymmetrical. Yes, you got your white background. Asymmetrical, the correct size. Imagery must come in contact with the edge of page somewhere twice. This is bleeding on 3 areas. That covers that. Your design must combine images that are in boxes are part of a background and cropped images. So there's a cropped image. So let's try to figure out how we're going to work those other images in here. And then a couple other things I want to take a look at. You've got this, it looks like you've got this kind of this overwhelming tendency to want to place shadows behind your text. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, you got that little drop shadow there, you got a drop shadow there, you got one there, you got one there, and then you even have a drop shadow on your body copy. One thing that this could be a number 18 in our discussion topic for this week, but the number 18 would be, I wonder if those clear flowers are the result of looking through that. Let me know. I'm just seeing this now that could possibly mean they're blurry over here, but they're clear here. So that could be the result of using the glasses. That's interesting right there. Let me know about that. Anyway, so I was talking about your propensity to use drop shadows or some kind of shadows. Well, there's two things going on down here that you don't ever want to do in type. Number one is you're adding a stroke to your type. You don't want to do that because it actually changes the shapes of the letter sizes and it distorts the type. Let me show you what I mean. It's a great example right here. You see that T? You see how that opening of that T is now stroked? So it's actually changing the shape of that opening, actually closing it, leaving a little bit of black, but mostly just that white in there. Same thing with this shape right here, and the shapes actually change when you stroke letter forms. It's true. The reason is because, see right here, right, here's a great example right here of why you don't stroke type. That right there, see how that stroke, they're touching? You don't want that. This typeface also looks like it's been stretched vertically. And that's why the X height is so high. Got to let me know about these things. Let me know if you've stretched that type. It's okay. It's a perfectly innocent mistake. It's just something you don't want to do. So then down here, the other thing I wanted to mention is don't stroke type. And then the other thing is don't put drop shadows on body copy ever. It's a really bad practice. It destroys the readability. We can clearly see that right here. Look how hard Glasses is to read with that drop shadow. Okay, so those would be my recommendations. I think you're off to a fantastic start. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. All right? Thank you very much, Erica.